that's exactly correct. I was just talking to a source familiar with the matter, and Apollo's involvement in any kind of Twitter buyout at this stage would be considering some sort of lending capacity, some financing capacity for a buyout. This is a growing business within private equity, especially within credit portfolios across some of the major private equity firms and other types of private debt. That it's just been a growing business in terms of financing these types of deals. This, of course, would be the biggest private equity buyout in quite some time, at least a year. And so it would make sense that Apollo and others that do provide this type of financing outside the traditional realm of the big banks would be looking to get in on some of this financing. So confirmed that this is something they are considering, that they are having conversations about. However, at this point in time, it does not appear that they would be participating in a private equity buyout style capacity. This is more from a lending, a financing side of the transaction at this point in time.
Because of what you just said, I mean, you talk about a big having to write a big check. And also against what? It's not like, Twitter is awash in free cash flow doing, fabulous as a business, right? I mean, David Faber's raised sort of the issue this morning, and you I'm sure did it as well, about the difficulty, if you want to use that word, of private equity actually doing a traditional private equity sort of deal.
Exactly. So oftentimes in this type of a situation, you see more of these non-bank lenders come in and use their models in order to, help with the financing, help provide some debt to do more of an LBO. But it probably wouldn't be, to your point, as much of a debt component as you might see with a company that has a much more significant cash flow component.
It's interesting, we have been waiting and waiting, right? More questions and answers, Leslie, about what, if any, financing that Elon Musk had arranged or what he was maybe thinking about. And again, we hadn't got many answers, and maybe this is the beginning of the slow trickle is starting to come out with more information.
It could be. It's unclear at this point in time whether the financing that Apollo is considering would be as part of Musk's contingency or as part of a competing bid for Twitter. It's important to make that clear that it could be with relation to Musk and his plans, or it could be someone else. If another private equity firm is looking to make a bid, Apollo could come in and help finance that. So there are a lot of moving pieces at this point in time, a lot of questions, as you mentioned, but it's clear that the big money, the big private equity firms are looking to get a piece of it.
Yep, as they usually are. Leslie, thank you. That's Leslie Picker jumping on the phone with the very latest, according to her reporting.